month, it doesn't just have Halloween, it also has Oktoberfest! And since October is extra special and gives us so many fun things, we are going to combine two of those fun things tonight with Harry Potter, classic that everyone loves, and Halloween. So, Oktoberfest. Well, Harry Potter and Halloween are meant to be combined. So Harry Potter as Halloween. So Halloween and Oktoberfest combining to make Butterbeer. That's right, we are making Butterbeer tonight. I mean, I'm sure you've always wanted to try it, right? If you go to the Harry Potter theme park in Orlando, who doesn't want to go there and taste Butterbeer? But now, you don't have to go to Orlando. I'm going to show you a delicious Butterbeer recipe that you can make at home. Now, we're not just making Butterbeer because we are doing Oktoberfest themes, and because pretzels, to make a home-baked German pretzel, it takes about 2 hours. So pretzels are going to wait for another day, but there will be a pretzel making video eventually. Today we're going to make bratwurst, but vegetarian style. So there will be an Oktoberfest themed food, as well as Butterbeer, to do food and drinks together. Because personally, I'm not a fan of beer, or the alcoholic beer. I know a lot of people love it, and it might seem sacrilegious, but I've never liked beer. But I do love Butterbeer. So if I'm going to be or German sausage vegetarian style, might as well continue butchering it up with non-alcoholic Butterbeer instead of beer. So the best way to do it is to make everything at the same time. This way your Butterbeer is cold and your food is hot. So we're going to mix it up, do everything at the same time, and that starts off with putting the fries in first, getting the drink hot cooked bit started, putting in the sausage, frothing up the cold bit of the drink, then putting in the buns before combining everything all together. So we have savory, and we have sweet. Now the oven is already preheating. So we're already prepared with the oven preheating to This fry is bigger than my head. That's one fry. Like, that's crazy. Woo. Okay, that's awesome. I'm sure these are the most natural chips of all. They're just, not at all processed, just potato that's been chopped up and spiced, right? Putting this in the oven. Okay, and now to start the fun part, you will need bigger sharp knife. Totally Oktoberfesty, right? Cutting board. If you cannot find butterscotch chips or butterscotch flavoring or anything butterscotchy, butterscotch lollies work just fine. Just make sure you get the hard lollies, because the hard lollies melt super duper easily, and you've got your butterscotch flavoring. So butterscotch may not always be the easiest thing to find, and do not stress, because you can find it in the candy aisle instead. And make sure your butter is soft and squishy. It should not be hard, it should be totally room temperature, soft and melty, because it makes your job so much easier. Alright, so we're going to start off with cooking. You want butterscotch, sweetened condensed milk. And soft room temperature butter. And then you will add a little bit of vanilla ice cream. This one's even better. This is a Blue Ribbon 3-in-1. So it gives you creamy vanilla, caramel, and honeycomb with toffee for extra crunch, which is basically the best combination to make your own butterbeer. You've got the vanilla that you want, and you've got the butterscotchy toffee flavour that you want. It's all set in one container, so you don't have to have 3 different ice creams in your freezer. Alright, let's get ready for fun. First, your butterscotch. And they're individually wrapped for your convenience too. So, to make enough butterbeer for approximately 2 people, you only need 3 little candies. You don't need too much. 3 candies is plenty for 2 people, like 2 adults. So you don't need to do the whole packet, which will really be just a little bit too much. And now you just make them smaller. Because smaller candies melt faster. And because your butter is already room temperature, you're going to want to prepare the candies before you put your butter in the saucepan, because the butter is room temperature. It's going to melt in like 10 seconds, which often will not give you enough time to chop up your candy. And as we know from basic cooking science, the more surface temperature, the more surface area per object, the faster it cooks. So the smaller the pieces, the more surface area that is in contact with the fire, the smaller the center that has no contact with heat is, so it heats up faster. Alright. If you have a sharp knife, you can chop them up super easily. There is absolutely no real effort involved at all, and you're done. And fun bits. And now the fun bit starts. You get your very soft and smushy butter. Open it carefully because it is very smushed and melty. You can use any basic butter, but I like this one. It's considered chef's quality butter and it's not salty. Look at that. And then I just put a little bit into a pan. So about 1.5 scoops, or like essentially 1.5 tablespoons is plenty. And now, this can go back in the fridge to be safe for more cooking next time. That will hopefully be less messy. Alright, now we are going to turn on the heat. This is melting really quickly. Like, see, that's straight away. It's already getting there. Because we are working with candy and a dairy product, because let's face it, sweetened condensed milk, it's nothing more than milk and sugar. Sorry guys, not vegan at all. It's vegetarian tonight rather than vegan tonight. I'm just going to put that away. Actually no, I might need that. So this is melting. And just toss in your candies. on the lowest heat because the lowest heat stops your butter from burning too quickly and is plenty of heat for the candies to start melting. There they go, they're all gooey and melting. Alright, now that your butter and your candies are melting, throw in a bit of condensed milk. Whoops. And by a bit, I mean be quite liberal. Condensed milk is nice. It's so sweet and so And now, because you do start off with the stove, it is very easy to make buttermilk that's warm. But because it is Brisbane and it's quite, you know, warm enough during the day, we're going to make a cold version of butterbeer. So it'll be icy cold like beer served at Oktoberfest. But because the base is in a stove and warm, it's super easy to make it warm. Just mix it all in together so you get the butter nicely mixed into the condensed milk and candy. And also you don't want it to burn. And it's a beautiful golden color already. So we'll let that thicken and prepare for part 2 of the food. So part 2 of the food is sausages. Perfectly delicious protein alternative. So these are by Bean Supreme and they are roasted garlic flavor. Like, it's not the same as Brustwurst, but it tastes pretty darn good. And, well, Brustwurst isn't vegetarian and they don't really seem to have, well, at least I haven't found a vegetarian alternative that's the same. So for now, bean-based vegetarian sausages are gonna have to do. That's right. These are bean-based. These sausages are made out of beans. How good is that? And they taste absolutely delicious. So you've got a whole packet. Yeah, okay, I admit it. They don't look great in this form. But trust me, they still taste fantastic. Especially once they've been lightly baked. Squeeze it out, let it ooze. Oozing. There we go. It looks like, yeah, it does look like shit. It's a poopy. But it tastes great. Alright. We have removed one turd-looking sausage. I swear, it might look really gross, but it doesn't taste gross. It tastes delicious. I mean, you know, it's beans. Beans are great for digestive systems and fiber, so can we really blame it for looking a little bit off? Put the rest away. Now, you can eat these as they are straight from the packet, but I personally prefer always heating them up. They just taste better cooked than cold in my opinion. YouTube video like I did because it kind of has the stuff burning. Taking the heat off. Oh, it looks a little bit curdled, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Oopsie. Candy does burn very quickly and very easily, and that was my fault for playing around with the bean sausage. But like the texture's a little bit weird, but I'm pretty sure it'll still be fine and it should still dissolve into the drink. Hey, anyone went, oh, your ice cream's all melted. What? Check it out. I think the bottom might be busted on that ice cream. Oh well. What's cooking without a mess, right? Let's try saving this with a bit of ice cream added into it. Woo! Yummy! I mean, it might be melted, but it looks pretty decent. And we'll just add a little bit of vanilla into this, and hopefully that will help fix the texture a bit. Screw it. We already burned it, right? Let's add some toffee and caramel in there too. But if you want to make it, do it the same way I did, just don't let it burn. And this will help it. This will fix up the texture. You don't even need to turn the stove back on, so it's good. It'll be fine. Cooking is like art. If you make a mistake, just go with it. You'll be surprised at how often things can be redeemed, and sometimes you learn new techniques and things get even better and taste nicer. And it smells good again, like it's supposed to. This is admittedly a lot more ice cream than I would usually use. But it smells good and it looks the same consistency. It looks the same color. It looks identical to how it should look. If I wasn't, you know, distracted by bean sausages that look like poo-poo. But yeah, now it looks fine. So hopefully it's going to turn out fine. It's still like a thick texture at the bottom. It's still kind of mousse, more like candy rather than melted ice cream. So it should be good, guys. Alright, now you get your bowl. Scoop out white ice cream. Try to make this one only white. Put the horribly melty mess away. How do I do this without getting melted ice cream in the freezer? Oh, the entire bottom is cracked. Like all that up there has cracked. Whoops. Cleaning it is tomorrow Nika's problem. And now with your vanilla ice cream, just kind of make it soft and mushy. It's ready to melt, so that doesn't take long anyway, because like I said, it's quite warm. So it's soft and it's mushy. I need to make sure I didn't touch that. Alright, get our cups. And it's so close. Perfect mug for Butterbeer. First, add in a small amount of your creamy, buttery syrup. creamy, buttery syrup in there. Mix it around, make your cup look pretty. Then you want to add a sort of cream soda. Now cream soda itself is quite difficult to find in Brisbane. I'm not sure if it's an Australia thing or just a Brisbane thing. But despite cream soda being difficult to find, you can find it at some IGAs and like stores that sell American candy and British candy. But I personally find that creaming soda, yellow creaming soda, not the red stuff, works just as well. Plus, this beautiful yellow creaming soda really does add to the color. Now you just want to add a little bit at the moment, so it's about half. And now mix it in. And that's just so that the candy syrup mixes into the drink instead of just hardening. It is melted because it's on the stove, but it's condensed milk and it's candy and yeah, it's sugar. So sugar and candy is great in liquid when it's warm. It has a tendency to harden once it cools down, so you want to mix it in early just to make sure it mixes in with the soda and doesn't harden into a candy instead of mixing into your drink. So as you can see, it's mixed in. It's not accumulating on the edges. It's properly in your drink, which is what you want. And now, to make it extra floppy, your melted mushed up ice cream, put on the top. Because we all know what spiders do and what floats do, right? Ice cream and soft drink makes the top fizz. And by fizzing, you get a frothy top. And then all you need to do is pop in a straw. Look at that froth. Like that is good froth. You have cold, delicious, golden butterbeer. Muggles don't know what they're missing out on. And we're not even done yet. This is just part one. So we're almost done. Now we get sourdough. If you want to make it taste amazing and a little bit more European-y, Germany, get sourdough. Sourdough just is so much nicer than plain white bread. Tiny little split in the middle. Throw it in. Toast it a little bit. Ooh. I'm gonna make it cheesy. Huh. Alright. Back. I'm gonna get my grilled tasty sausage. See? It looks better once it's cooked. And throw it in. It's like the perfect size. Can it be a better size? Like, that's wonderful. Alright, this isn't going to be very cheesy. This isn't going to be very Germany, Oktoberfesty, but it's cheese. I like cheese. So I'm gonna make it extra delicious and just that little bit naughty. Perfect size! I can't get over how like perfect that is. Alright. And just a little bit of cheesiness. Yay! Cheesy things make me excited. Yes. Yeah. Alright. Now to just stick it back in the oven for one last time. Now you don't need it in the oven for very long, so you can be like responsible and clean up messes like melted ice cream, or you can just do what I do and use this as an excuse for wrong direction. Silly Facebook selfies and Snapchat duck faces. Come out to be goodness. And there we have it. Oktoberfest hot dog, chips, butterbeer. It's the witchy, non-alcoholic, antisocial, Halloween-themed Oktoberfest. Now doesn't that look